Well, here we are, back again with the morning thunder tea with the buffalo. That means I need extra caffeine and extra energy to edit all these videos that I'm batch doing right now. And this also means something else. We have another story about the neighbors. Yes. So let's get to it. Hit the music.
Hooked me up one summer night. I was flying sky high.
Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to the Pixie Palace. And today I thought I'd sit down for a few minutes and actually have a tea chat with you guys, since I poured myself my lovely English breakfast tea with some honey and lemon, kind of my favorite go-to. And I wanted to update you on what's going on in this life. It's been pretty eventful lately. Not so much online, it's been more hectic offline, surprisingly so. Usually it's the other way around for me. I have been manifesting so many different things that I really was very intent on for a while and was really trying to make it work. And after we entered the month of July, I really let go of trying to control what I was trying to manifest. And I've seen it actually coming to fruition in little ways. And little ways that have brought me joy, and little ways of that has been bringing me more into direction. And now that we're in the month of August, we are starting with a clean slate. You can see my August reading for the beginning of the week, as well as some other readings that will be coming to the channel. But today we are talking about those little things I've been manifesting, and that I thought might be of interest to you. Now, you have seen from my mini-series, which was actually only 2 videos, of the problems I was having with my neighbors upstairs. And for any of you who have been subscribed to my channel, know the ins and outs of my struggles with those actual lovely neighbors I had. And let's just say it has been enlightening. It was a true testament to my patience, a true testament to my having compassion for others, and also setting boundaries for myself, whether it was directly with them or indirectly with other aspects of my life. Yeah, it's kind of interesting. Just one little situation you deal with in your almost everyday life really starts to shadow in other aspects of your life, whether it's work or personal. And I noticed that coming out of that, I've actually come out of it with a different perspective, to always step into my own power, set boundaries for myself, because that is a way of showing self-love, but also having compassion, because you may not always know someone else's story. So it's kind of that balance I've been learning. And it's still a struggle with certain things in my life, as I'm sure it is of yours as well. But it's an everyday process that you really start implementing these lessons and start really learning things that you need to work on within yourself as well. Because everything internal reflects in your outer reality. That's another constant that will never change. So now I have a new neighbor upstairs. I had a couple weeks after I got back from my travels that I was very quiet up there. I actually got very acclimated to that. And then I started hearing people walking around, and nothing bad, just normal noise that you would hear from a neighbor upstairs. So I thought, okay, somebody moved in. So I was praying that it was a good neighbor. I was praying, please, let's not go through the last, situation, because that's out of your control. You never know who's going to move in when you're in a condo or an apartment, especially if you're on the ground level like I am. And I had a situation, I think it was towards the end of last week. I was doing something on this laptop in my old seat over here, and this is another reason why I'm over here this time. I noticed that Timmy was behind me. He usually likes to sit behind me, as you guys know, and he kept looking at the floor and looking at the floor, and I thought, he normally doesn't do that unless there's a bug or something I dropped. So I looked down there. I didn't see anything. I thought, okay. And I noticed him doing this for a good 5 minutes. And I thought, okay, something's up. And all of a sudden, I saw something drip. And I thought, what? So I looked up, and the light fixture that you'll see, or that you have seen, it was dripping. It wasn't overflowing, but it was a solitary water drip that kept dripping every couple minutes. And that's why I didn't notice it right away, because it wasn't a constant stream. And I thought, what the heck is going on? It's not raining outside. What is up? So it's like 7 o'clock at night. I was tired. I thought, oh, maybe I'm hallucinating. So I talked to my friend and neighbor, told her, come over here. Am I hallucinating or something? And she came over, and she's like, no, your lamp is dripping. And okay. And we're like, oh, crap. It's from the apartment upstairs. So here we go again. So she went up there, and unfortunately they weren't home, and she came back down, and so I wrote a note. And the reason why she was doing this, it has a long flight of stairs to get up to the neighbors, so I can't get up there physically because I have a lot of trouble with stairs. So she helped me out, and we left a note. I got like a little bucket thing to catch the water, and it really wasn't anything that was going to get worse overnight. There's no water coming through the ceiling itself. It was just through the lamp, and it wasn't going to overflow or anything like that. So I felt safe enough to go to sleep, praying that it wouldn't get worse overnight. I went to sleep, and the next morning I woke up. It was dripping a little bit more, but it wasn't too worse off. And I never heard anything. I never heard like a response to my note until later in the day. And this is where things turned around. I got a beautiful letter from my neighbor upstairs, giving me her phone number. She said, hey, listen, I did let my landlord know, because since we're all in condos, they're all privately owned. She said, let her know. We're going to get on it. I turned off the water just in case, to the dishwasher, because we were thinking maybe it was something around that line. And she was so sweet, and she said, if I ever make noise, that's too much, let me know. And she said, I just moved in, I really love it here. And she had explained her family situation, and she was just super nice. And we said, we'll work on this, we'll get this taken care of. And her landlord, whom I met one time in passing, she was super nice as well. And she said, oh yeah, I'll get a maintenance guy out there. There must be something going on. Everybody was so nice and up, and I just felt really good about the situation. Even though I had a leak, I was a little worried about it. I wanted to get it fixed ASAP before it got worse. And I was trying to hold off on calling my landlord until I knew there was going to be a resolution. I didn't want her to worry, because there really wasn't anything she could do except call a maintenance guy, which the other landlord already did. So, long story short, she got the maintenance guy. He checked, and it turned out it wasn't the dishwasher. It was actually something under the kitchen sink in my neighbor's that wasn't put together correctly when they did the repairs. Because, just a side note, when I was in my travels, apparently there had to be a lot of repairs done on the upstairs apartment, because the last neighbors had destroyed the property so bad. They had to replace appliances, they had to redo everything. Don't ask me. I don't want to know, and believe me, I never want to know. So I was glad I was away at that time, because when I was away, that was happening, as well as repaving on the parking lot. So yeah, it was a hot mess, and no wonder Timmy was probably a freaking mess when I was away, aside from me being away. So the maintenance guy fixed it, tightened it up. He actually ended up coming down to my apartment with my permission, and he checked the lamp. He actually emptied the water, cleaned out my light. He checked the ceiling to make sure there's no water bubbles or any soft spots where anything could leak through. Everything was perfect. It all stayed contained in the lamp. And that was really it. He even offered his services if I ever need something fixed in the future. And it ended like that. She and I said thank you, goodbye. She even gave me a little plant. And it really reminded me that one bad experience with one neighbor would not necessarily mean there will be another bad experience with the next one. And the reason why I'm mentioning this, obviously to update you guys, but also just to remind all of us that when we have a mentality of coming out of a bad experience thinking we're going to go automatically into another one, if a new neighbor comes in, we're automatically thinking, oh, we're basing it on our last experience, whether it's good or bad. We're not starting with a clean slate and giving the benefit of the doubt to a point. Here's somebody struggling with a certain situation or condition or perspective and automatically stereotype that person. Oh, yeah, this one person I heard of or knew acted like this, so they're going to act like this. And it was really interesting lesson. I didn't expect to come out of all this, except for gratitude, which I definitely have, still have. It really just reminded me to always go forth with compassion, even when it's difficult, even when you do have that, oh, here we go again, that's human reaction, but don't stay in that energy. Remind yourself, we're all unique individuals. We all have unique perspectives. We all have unique experiences. And what one person does in one situation doesn't mean another person in that same situation type will react the same way. Or act the same way. So, at the current time, I have a wonderful neighbor next door who's one of my best friends. And I have an amazing new neighbor upstairs who is just awesome, and she's really nice and she's very funny. So it's great. I feel really blessed. I don't know how much longer I'm going to be in this home. I'm hoping to make a change next year. I'm not talking a lot about it right now because that's still manifesting, but I'm working on bettering myself, bettering the channel, bettering different things offline, and just seeing where everything takes me. I'm more of in a flow state of mind in order to manifest what the universe has in store for me. So with that, I wish you all a very happy week. I hope it's productive. I hope it's empowering. And remember, to know thyself is to know thy truth. Namaste. Morning Thunder, black tea is for you.
Whoa!